Hey there, I'm back. I just did another reading. This is for twin flames and soulmates who are in karmic relationships. So specifically, this one was for the divine masculine and what his or her energy is towards the karmic partner. So I already have the cards out this time because I really did want to make a shorter video, so I didn't want to waste time with the shuffling and everything. So for the masculines who are in the karmic relationships, what they're currently going through and experiencing, we got eternal dance, movement, wheel of life, path of least resistance. So basically what this is them really taking actually a step forward with this wheel of life movement. They are being pushed forward to stop resisting what the universe is guiding them to do. They're finally choosing to surrender to the truth of what this relationship really is. And I love that we got this card just because we haven't gotten it before. So I really, just right from the beginning, I felt like, okay, the energy this time is going to be different than the previous times. And sure enough, it was. It was. The rest of the reading was also a different energy to it than previously. So the masculines are finally just letting go of whatever, it is that they may have been in denial about concerning this relationship. Like maybe, being in denial about the fact that it's no longer fulfilling them, or maybe never really fulfilled them to begin with. And then for the karmics, even though we're not really looking into their energy today in this reading, but I did want to pull just one card, at least for the karmics. We got purification by water, emotional cleansing and rejuvenation. So this is, the karmics are like, things that they thought may have been resolved. It's like they're resurfacing. And the reason why these emotions are resurfacing is so that they can be cleansed and healed with this water. And because this woman is in water here, this is just them really, becoming more intuitive about what these like repressed emotions are, whatever it is that needs to be cleansed, what those things really are, how they're truly feeling towards this connection. And they will rejuvenate. This is what they're moving towards. And with this, you can see that there's a sun behind this woman's head. This is them really, finding what the truth is. What the truth is within themselves. Because if this is a karmic relationship, even if the karmic, believes that, that they need to be with this partner, that's not their truth if it's not meant for the masculine. It's not meant for them either. It goes both ways. All right, so what the masculine's current energy towards their karmics at the moment is we got Temperance, the Two of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. Now, because I don't read reversals, I basically intuitively take the negative aspect of each card, depending on how the message just comes through, depending on the clarifications and on the cards that are surrounding and the general energy around that card. So immediately I knew that this, I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but I just want to, make sure I get this point across, that this Ace of Cups does not mean that it's a new, that they're thinking about a new start in love with the karmic. I immediately knew that because we also had the Two of Swords, mental conflict, and Temperance, patience. So when I clarified, Temperance, this is really about them becoming more balanced concerning this relationship, which is a good thing because, there are stages that, people go through in relationships, especially when they're ending. You can go from feeling angry and resentment to feeling sad, to feeling, like you can't do it or you can't go through with it, maybe feeling regret. And then eventually you get to this point of feeling balance and it's like, yeah, I know what I want. And with this, I also feel like they aren't the masculines, they're not being impulsive. They don't want to take any actions, based on extreme emotions. They don't want to, do something rash out of anger or, any extreme emotions, actually. And they don't want to, make decisions based on guilt either. They're finding their middle ground, their balance. And to me, that was clarified when the Justice card came up, clarifying that yes, they are balancing things out. They are weighing out, the pros and cons of this relationship, and just, the energies within themselves as to how they feel. And then we also had the Page of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. So it's like, yes, they're becoming balanced concerning the closing out of this karmic cycle. They are being pushed forward by the divine. They're being guided to come into this balance. And with this Page of Wands, it's like, yeah, concerning this balance, they are feeling almost excited, I want to say. It's like they're feeling inspired, like, like this is a new way of feeling. This is a new way of seeing things. This is a new way of approaching this matter. So with the Two of Wands that came out after that, the Two of Swords, I really felt like, okay, with this balance, well, then this is what they are coming out of. It's that they're coming out of this indecisiveness. They're coming out of this mental conflict. And that was confirmed when clarified by the Six of Wands. They are becoming, it's like, they're winning this battle. They're finally having victory over this indecisiveness, over this mental conflict, because they're coming into balance. So with this Ace of Cups, I knew right away, I didn't even have to clarify that, yes, also, this is what they're coming out of, that they're not wanting this new, a love connection with this person anymore. But at the same time, I also felt that they are becoming more loving, but in a different way. It's that this is, love begins. It's a new start in love. Yes, it's a change. It's a new type of relationship, that they will eventually have. It doesn't mean that there won't be love between them. It just means that it's going to be different. It's going to be new. And then, I mean, I swear, I clarified and the Tower came up. And I was just like, oh my God. That's exactly what I was just saying. There's a change. It's a change to this type of love. It's not that there's a new love beginning with them. The love relationship as they knew it, what they had, is coming down. It's all being destroyed to start over again in a totally different way. And I mean, this theme just like came out again later on. So we'll get to that. So in their mental space, we got the Moon, which is, I just see that as a bit of confusion still, a bit of fear. So it's like, I actually saw this as this is where their block is. Their block is in their mind. But I do get the sense that they are coming out of this, because you can see that on the one side it's dark and then it's like moving into the light. So it's like coming out of this illusion, coming out of this fear, and coming into the truth. And clarifying that, we had the Seven of Wands and the Two of Wands. So as you can see, there's a lot of wand energy, a lot of wands, which to me just means, they are, it's like they're finding this passion within them to actually, something like a driving force, I want to say. Wands are also spiritual cards, so I do feel like they are becoming more spiritually guided, more spiritually driven as well. So yeah, it's these fears and these illusions that are in their mind. I mean, these fears are just illusions. This is what's holding them back. This is what's making them be a little guarded and feeling like they need to kind of push things away, like just kind of not deal with them. That's what I'm getting with this Seven of Wands. That's what's holding them back. And then with this Two of Wands, it's like, yeah, that's it's like they're waiting. They're thinking about, what it is that could happen, what it is that they could do, making some plans, but ultimately just kind of holding back just a little bit with the Seven of Wands. So in their emotional space, We got the High Priestess, which again, it's like they're holding back. It's like they're pulling away from this karmic relationship, keeping a little bit to themselves, but also using their intuition at the same time. And that was clarified by the Five of Cups and the Hanged Man. So really what they're feeling is, you know, they're pulling away, keeping to themselves, but they are feeling a bit regretful about this. It is making them sad. It is making them sad. But it's like, this is a new way of seeing things. Tapping into this intuition with the High Priestess, it's making them have a new perspective on the whole thing. And it is bringing a bit of sadness, but I also feel that this new perspective that they're having is that they are finally seeing what it is that they don't want. They're seeing the spilled cups in front of them, and they are turning their back to the Two of Cups. So I know there's many different interpretations for this card, but this is just the message that's coming through, is that it's all, you know, with this, we have this balance going on here, and with Justice, it's like, you know, weighing things out. And I feel like with this card, what they're feeling is that, what they're seeing is that there are more negatives to this connection than there are positives with the Two of Cups here. So it's like they have to turn their back on the positives, because it's just not enough to outweigh the negatives, which is 3 rather than 2. It's more. And that's what their new perspective is concerning this relationship. Now also, we also got the Emperor clarified by the Four of Wands and the Nine of Cups, followed by the Tower again. So I feel like it's like they're feeling like they are the Emperor, and this is what they deserve. And it's like they know they don't have this stability. They don't have this family life, this stable foundation based on love, wish fulfillment. It's like they don't have that. They're realizing emotionally what that is for them, because they're becoming the Emperor. And I'm also feeling like it's like emotionally, like when the other reason why they're sad and regretful is because they thought they could have this. They thought they could have this with the karmic at some point. But with this Tower card here, it just can't. Emotionally, they're feeling like this is destroyed now. Like it's just not happening. It's all coming down. It's changing. And clarifying that, we had the Ace of Wands and the Hermit. See, another Wands. So it's like, yeah, it's emotionally, it's just gone. Whatever was there is coming down. It's gone. It's changing. And what is it that's gone and changing? This Ace of Wands with this partner. It just can't evolve because of the Tower. And this is why they are becoming the Hermit. They are turning inward. They are pulling away, just keeping to themselves and really figuring out what it is that they want, and just not really being there, not being connected, not feeling like there's a partnership. It's like they feel like they're on their own, like they're being isolated from this connection. Or they are the ones isolating themselves from the connection. So moving on to their intentions, we got, these came out together. They flew out exactly together, not one and then the other. First we got the Lovers and the Magician. So this is a choice. This is a choice that they're intending to make between two partners, actually, and that they want to manifest it. They want to manifest this choice. They want to make it a reality. They want to actually do this and make it a part of their reality. take it out of their minds and bring it into the actual physical world. So I wanted to make sure that this was accurate. So when I clarified the Lovers, I got the Sun, which represents truth, finding what it is that they truly want, and the Page of Swords. Sorry, the Knight of Swords. So taking action based on truth. So very clear. Wanting to make a decision based on what they want, based on the truth, and taking action on it. So this clarified to me, you know, with this action card here, with this Knight, that it is, and especially because it's swords, that it is making a decision, and it's not that they're intending to fix or be with this person. Just in case some of you are wondering, because I know a lot of people know some interpretations of the cards. So, and then with the Magician, clarifying that, we have the Queen of Wands, which to me is the Divine Feminine, because the Queen of Wands is spiritual. She is passionate. She knows what she wants. She's very confident. She's spiritual. This is, to me, this is the ultimate queen of the Divine Feminine, along with the Empress. So this is what they want to manifest. They want to make a decision based on truth, to find what it is based on what they truly want, and then manifest. Manifest what? The Divine Feminine. And, you know, for some, it could also be that the masculines, this is what they are becoming. This is the energy that they are taking on, and that they are manifesting, which is confidence, which is knowing what they want, which is acting based on what it is that serves them. So looking into the actions that they are likely to take in the near future, we got two combinations. And the second one just really blew my mind. But we'll start with the first one, which was the Four of Pentacles, which is holding back. And what it is that they're holding back. Okay, so this was a bit complicated. So it's like they are holding back from the karmic, okay? So I'm not saying that they are holding back from separating the karmic. What I'm saying is that they are pulling back, whether that be, you know, emotionally or physically or spiritually, energetically. They are holding back from the karmic. That is one of their actions. And the reason for that is because they want this Ten of Cups with the Divine Feminine, with this Empress here. And they can't have that with the karmic, and so that is why they're holding back from them, because they realize they can only have this with the Divine Feminine. And then we also got the Six of Swords, which I feel like, yeah, this is what, you know, they're holding back from the karmic, because they are moving away from it. They're moving away from these old energies that don't serve them anymore, which is the karmic. So that is what they are moving away from, and moving into, you know, as they say, calmer waters, which would be the Empress, the Divine Feminine, and the Ten of Cups. Having it all, having their wishes completely fulfilled, having all their cups full. That is what they're moving towards. And then the second combination we got, and these flew out together, we had Death card with the Two of Cups together. The ending of this connection as an action that they are taking in the near future. And I was just like, whoa. Like, that's big news, right? So I clarified, because I wanted to see, you know, if maybe it's not as strong as it initially appears, and maybe it's more complicated than that, and, you know, maybe there are other little factors, but no, because clarifying that, we got the World, completion of cycles, starting new beginnings, endings. And the Nine of Pentacles, becoming independent, standing on one's own 2 feet. And to me, this is just becoming emotionally independent, financially independent, physically independent, spiritually independent. This is just being independent from this relationship, from this connection in all ways. I mean, how much more clear could that be? Death, transformation of 2 of Cups, spiritual union with the world, completion of cycles. It's done, it's over. 9 of Pentacles, becoming independent. This is also, you know, a card of, you know, being single, having separated. So, I mean, whether they actually, for some of them, because everybody's situation is different. So for some of them, they might actually be taking these physical steps, doing this and having this completed in the near future. And then for others, it could just be them taking these actions, you know, in smaller steps. But this is what they're moving towards. Whatever actions they are taking is moving towards this. So I then asked for, I got 3 oracle cards, and the first one was for the masculine and their karmic, and what we got was chop wood, which basically just talks about taking care of all the little tasks, doing all the side work, as I like to call it. It's like baby steps. Doing everything that needs to be done in order to achieve a bigger goal. So it's going, you know, doing all the little stuff that's around the big goal before actually taking, you know, the final very big step. And all these little tasks, these little things that need to be dealt with, they ultimately lead up to the final outcome of the ultimate goal. So this is what they are currently doing physically in terms of taking action. And then I asked for a message for the Divine Feminine, and we got new life. So this is, I mean, I wanted it to be mostly like advice, but this card that came out isn't really, I'm not getting any advice messages coming through. It's more like a message of hope that this new life is coming up. Things are changing, things are evolving. Things are moving forward, and things will be different. And I actually feel like things have already started being different. I mean, the energy of this reading was just so different than the previous times. So this is very positive. Just, you know, have faith. And then when I asked for one more message from the romance angels for the Divine Feminine, any message she needs to know, we got trust. So to me, it's like, yeah, kind of like they go together. Trust that this is coming, that this is happening. Right? The masculines, they're chopping wood. They're doing what needs to be done. They're taking action in order, you know, to bring an ending to this partnership that they're in that doesn't serve them any longer. And, you know, they're going to make this decision because what they want is to have this 10 of Cups with the Empress, with their Divine Feminine. So this really does reflect the very first card that came out for them, which was, you know, taking the path of least resistance. They're not resisting anymore. So that's what I got for you. I hope this was helpful, insightful. Let me know if you have any questions. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to those of you who have liked my videos and subscribed. It really does mean a lot, and it helps me to know to keep making these videos. So please keep liking and subscribe if this resonates with you. Thank you so much. We'll talk soon.